Hi guys, Queenie here. Today we're going to make crab stuffed mushrooms. I started with a fourth of red bell pepper, which I diced, and then I'm going to take about a tablespoon of butter and get it into a saute pan, and we're just going to saute these until they're nice and tender. Don't let them brown. And then I have 8 ounces of jumbo lump crab meat, which I'm going to get into my mixing bowl. You could use whichever crab meat you want. Claw meat is fine. You can mix it. This is just what I happen to have on hand. I'm going to take a tablespoon of some mayonnaise. I have Dukes here. Use whatever brand you like. And I have about a 1/4 cup of plain breadcrumbs. You could use flavored breadcrumbs, whatever you have on hand is fine. Even crushed crackers, just 1/4 cup of breading. A few shakes of Old Bay, a few shakes of seasoned salt, and some black pepper. Season it to your taste. And now I'm going to crack an egg and scramble it. I'm scrambling it before I put it in because I'm not going to add it all in right now. I'm going to add in about half and then get to working with the rest of my ingredients and see if I'm close to the texture I'm looking for. Okay. I'm going to mix this up and it looks about right. So now I'm going to add in some shredded cheese. I have mozzarella and provolone right here, but you can use whatever cheese you have. I wouldn't use a sharp because it'll just be a different flavor profile, but any white cheese that you have. And now I'm going to add in some Parmesan as well. And I'm going to come with my sauteed bell peppers and the butter also. All the butter out of that pan. You want everything out of the pan. And now I'm going to mix all of this up. And I'm looking for a texture that's similar to like a meatball. Now I'm going to add in a little bit of lime or lemon juice, about just one good squeeze, and then another, I would say 2 tablespoons of melted butter, and the rest of my egg. You can always add, but you can't take away, so I like to just kind of do it as I go so I can make sure I don't put too much of anything in. And now I'm going to clean my mushrooms. I have some organic white button mushrooms here. You could use portobello, white, even the large portobellos. You could use whatever mushrooms you can find. I'm going to pop off the stems of all of these, and then I'm going to clean these. With mushrooms, you never want to rinse them because they're like sponges and they soak up any moisture they come in contact with. So just take some clean paper towels and clean the bottoms and the insides of all of your mushrooms after you've taken off the tips. I just keep about 5 wet napkins on the side and I just wipe them all down. Okay, that's done. Now I'm going to take some melted butter, probably about a tablespoon. Yes, I use a lot of butter. You could use olive oil or whatever, but I'm going to use about another tablespoon of butter and just work it around and get them coated in the butter before I fill them with the crab stuffing. Okay, so now I'm going to take about probably another tablespoon or 2 of butter and grease my baking dish. You could also do this with any non-stick spray that you might have, or even olive oil, and just coat the pan really good. I'm going to come in with a couple of sprays of olive oil as well. You don't need both. This is just the way that I do it. I just don't like anything sticking to the pan. Now I'm going to fill the mushroom. When you do this, there are a number of ways you could do it. You could use a spoon. You could use your hand and make little meatballs and stuff them in the top. Just get the filling in the mushroom. Doesn't matter how you do it. So I'm going to fill all of these. I like them overflowing because this can be an appetizer, or if you have enough of them, it could be a meal as well. So I just kind of push the filling down. Don't smash it, just kind of push it. And then arrange them all in your baking tray. You want to use a shallow baking dish as well, not anything too deep. I'm going to top them all with a little bit of extra Parmesan cheese. And then I give a couple extra mist of olive oil just so they get a nice brown top. And these are going to go into the oven at 400 degrees. I have the oven on 30, but start looking at them after about 15 to 20 minutes. And they may be ready to come out. Keep them in until they have the perfect brown crust to your liking. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed.